Week 29 here in Germany, and look outside. Well, you guys can't really see it, but I can. It already looks like it's gonna be spring again. It's really bizarre. It's been kind of warm outside, and it's been really sunny. It's been sunny in Germany for like the past 5 days. Now, I've never seen that in my life before. Germany loves to be gray all the time in the winter, as I've noticed, and you guys might have too, but pretty happy about the spring weather. And so, let's go back and see what we did last week. Basically, Monday through Thursday was just me at work and not really doing anything afterward. I worked on footage for my company. It's called Fasching. Fasching is like the German equivalent of Mardi Gras. And it was like this theatrical performance. It was like 4 hours long. And God, if I ever have to work on that much footage for probably, I probably spent at least 20 hours on it and looked through it at least 3 whole times. Put me in a psych ward. Lord, I can't take that. But I'm glad it's done. And so let's jump ahead to Friday because nothing else really happened. On Friday morning, I went to the place where I'm going to be doing my volunteer work. And guys, I cannot tell you how freaking excited I am. I went to the Vogelstation, or in English, it was a bird rescue and care center. So a bird has an accident, or they find it hurt, or something happens, and they care for it until it's all better and ready to be released into the wild again. And there was anything from tiny little songbirds to a couple owls were there, a large hawk, and then there was a hunting falcon. But you could see there's a little owl, and he was adorable. He was only about a foot tall maybe. And there's Saskia. She is holding this large hawk with absolutely no fear, no glove, no anything. Very impressive. And there you see is the hunting falcon, and that thing probably stood a good 2.5 feet tall. It was a huge bird, and it kind of made me nervous, but I think this coming week I'm going to get to actually hold it with the glove on my arm. That's going to make for an epic picture, and plus, they're pretty majestic creatures, if you ask me. And then later on Friday, Zack, you guys remember Zack from Cologne, came to visit Dresden for the day and stayed at my place. And we walked around, we got some currywurst. Later on that night, we all went to the restaurant Sferelos with the roller coasters that bring you your food. It was myself, Zack, Kelsey, Janne, and Trez. And we had an awesome meal there. Of course, you could see food on your screen right now because it's beautiful. And it was pretty good, but not the best food I've had, gonna be honest. And later on that night, we went to an Irish pub. You guys know this place. I have been there many times before in Dresden. It is probably my favorite pub to go to. Of course, it's Irish, I know, we're in Germany, but whatever, it's an awesome place. We went through a couple of pictures of Guinness, and Guinness is a delicious beer, and it was a good night. Actually, all of that stuff that I just said, that actually happened on Thursday. And then the bird place, yes, that was on Friday. I was correct. On Saturday, Trez, Janne, and I went on a train to Zittau early in the morning. We wanted to go where the borders all met each other, and it was actually less than spectacular. There was like a little river where you couldn't really cross, and there's still a picture right there anyways of Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic. And so that was neat, but we walked quite a long ways, and there's a little bit of footage from Poland, but Poland at that point was even more disappointing than last time. There wasn't even really good food to be had. We searched for a restaurant and there was just nothing. It was just ugly, run down, muggy, smoky. There was a lot of smoke. Yeah, it was just, I'm gonna be honest, it was just downright ugly. I don't really know why. It was just not that great. So there's me being honest about it. It's not all fun and games all the time. It's not all fun and games. And then we came back later that day and had some food and enjoyed ourselves. And then that pretty much wraps up the week. And so I will be working this coming Wednesday at the Vogelstation, the Bird Care and Rescue Center, for 6 hours, and they said I could film and take pictures there. So you guys can count on stuff like that coming in to the video. And tomorrow on Tuesday, there'll probably be some stuff because I have to go film for like 12 hours for my job. So, anyways, I'll live. I suppose I have to get up early. I will live. Anyways, you guys know how we do this. Let's see what we did for the week.
Hello, Z.
Here I was at work on Monday, just starting out working on the Fasching, the Mardi Gras theatrical performance that I was speaking about earlier, with my super HD monitor and freaking monitors everywhere and all that audio equipment. That is a very fun place to work at, and I actually like it better than the program that I use right now. What I mean is the program we use to edit everything. It's called Avid, and right now I'm using Sony Vegas Pro, and I find it easier to work with. But I can't really afford it right now, and I'm in Germany, and you guys know all that stuff. And here was Trez and I on Tuesday night, I believe it was. He decided that we were going to use my projector and watch 20 Days Later on my ceiling. Got to say, it was pretty epic, and it actually worked out pretty well. Here we were on Thursday at the Zwinger, and Zack was visiting us. He's going to give us a little speech in a bit, but we were with Janne and Trez and walked around for a little bit, saw a little bit of the city, and I think after seeing the city of Dresden, Zack wants to come back. Look who I found! Hey Zack. Zack, tell us what you're doing here.
We are exploring Dresden. Beautiful city, by the way.
Yes, yes. And you're in Berlin?
I was in Berlin last night.
How's Berlin?
Berlin's nice.
Berlin's awesome.
It's always a pleasure.
Were you there for, you were there for New Year's?
I wasn't.
Currywurst actually throws the camera out of focus right here. Didn't realize that because my camera's super awesome and not that expensive, so it doesn't autofocus. Oh well, still pretty cool, and currywurst is yum as usual. We need it in America.
Doesn't like Medusa? This is pretty funny. I'd rather be rich instead of sexy, but what can you do?
Alright, do a high kick. Zack doesn't mind. Here we were at Schwerelos again, that is apparently going international and changing their name to the rollercoaster restaurant, which I personally don't like that much, but it definitely gives you the idea of what it is about. Pretty neat restaurant, gotta say. Here we were at the Dubliner with our pitcher of Guinness right there. Kelsey was drinking wine because it was ladies' night. I would have liked a glass of wine too, but whatever, I was happy with my Guinness. I don't need none of that wine anyways. But yeah, Guinness is delicious.
Yeah. Then we went down the bath. So.
I don't think you're videoing.
We're seeing? Are you videoing?
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Did you just take a picture in the middle of the video? What's that? What's that known for?
So they found the Romans.
I don't have any footage from the Bird Rescue Care Center, but here I was walking there, and you can count on some footage this coming week.
Please don't take a video of me singing.
Okay.
Sound like a coyote in a trash compactor. What?
No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
Never on tune.
Close.
Okay. Drei Steine 400.
Beata, es gibt keinen Ulrich. Beamter. Beats, Beate. But that's like Beater.
Sein Name.
layout it is. That's what you thought. Grateful.
Morning.
Morning. Kirsty. Here we were on the train to Zittau. It was some really beautiful countryside there. And Trez and Janne were, of course, next to me. Kelsey didn't feel like coming that day because she was pretty convinced that there was nothing on the border. And wow, could I see she was correct. Just going into Poland, there's no feeling like walking in a restaurant, and you literally, just the feeling of exchanging €1 for 4 Polish zloty is pretty awesome. I mean, it's so cheap there, and so we were really hoping that we would be able to eat there because, like I said last time, it was actually very good. It was not very pretty, but the food was absolutely delicious at every place we went. And we even stopped at a little corner store in Poland, as you guys are going to see coming up, and the snacks from there were pretty delicious, and I found Powerade, so I can't complain. Oh damn, I missed it. You can still hear the resonating. This whole building you guys see right there was entirely abandoned. The windows were smashed out and everything. I was really surprised that they left such a large building right in the middle of the city, just completely alone, just walled off. And here was a train right here. I'd never seen a train like this. Clearly must have been for a touristy type thing. But pretty neat little train right there. And we were walking along this road in Zittau. I mean, we walked for a long time. And there was a bunch of garages, and next to that you guys might see a little bit of these big giant plots of land that people rent gardens from. It's a German thing. I don't really know why. I think it would just be better if you had a garden, you know, where you lived. I know that's not always possible for people, but I feel like in Zittau, where it's not that industrialized, or what I mean is like it's not like New York or anything, it would be possible to actually have gardens like that. But whatever, to each their own, I guess. And here we were walking over the border between Germany and Poland. That is the Great Polish River you guys see there. No, it's actually not. I have no idea what river that is. I think it was mentioned before, but I had no clue, and that was a grocery store over there that was closed. So good luck if you needed food or anything tasty. This is where Poland starts to get a little visibly offensive, I would say. No, it wasn't that bad, but as we went farther, it started to look worse and smell worse, and even our breathing was smoke that we were breathing in.
You can actually taste the shittiness in here. Yeah.
Are we going left? Okay. Yeah, oh my god. Plus 2 rads per second while in Poland right now. That was just a little reference that I hope a few of you at least get. But yeah, I felt like we were getting radiation while we were there. Here we were with our snacks though, and the snacks were pretty delicious. And I even got Powerade, which made me quite happy. And right near the border we went to this donor place, and you know, you think you've been to one, you've been to them all, but no, they actually vary in quality, and this one was actually extremely good. And here we were on top of a building overlooking Zittau. It was pretty neat up there overlooking the city of Zittau, which is a very pretty city in the night. And I don't think I'll be visiting again, but there will be more adventures coming up next. And so I'll see you guys next week.